Yes, indeed, folks. Listen to Blue Please. You're on CynicalBrit.com with myself, Total Biscuit. I don't know what that means. Right. So, let's continue talking about stuff. Stuff is good. You guys have sent me an awful bunch of questions, awful lot of them. So, I shall cover them as best I can, of course. Right. Let's go on with it. I do want to talk about this awesome article, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. It's going to hold that back for the time being. Okay, let's have a look. So, hi TB, this is from what the hell, Anixinator? Okay, fair enough. From Burning Steps EU, I assume Anixinator is that stupid undead Anixia that's popping up in the Cataclysm screenshots. Hi TB, in your musical pre-show you asked for suggestions as to topics to be included on the show. One topic I find worth picking up is privacy and constant infringements from Blizzard's side. It started with a mandatory armory, followed by recent activity tab. The newest member of the privacy infringement family is called Real ID, making it unable for a person to hide on an alt, or even in a different Blizzard game from nagging and guild issues. An obvious plus for Guildmasters is easily picking up members spread across alts and games for a raid or a PvPer, locating those pesky, always offline 5v5 teammates. On the other hand, the subject of privacy, and the threat of it. If guilds start adopting mandatory Real ID share policy, which also shows things like real name, and what people are doing if in any Blizzard game at the moment, then things could get rather messy rather fast. What are your thoughts on it? My thoughts on it is it's a completely optional service, and if your guild is asking and demanding something that you do not want to give, then go find another guild that's more reasonable. Simple as that. I have all my guild's phone numbers, for God's sake. I know the addresses of half of them. That's way more valuable than a Real ID. Real ID is useful as hell. Now, if it were mandatory, I would understand. But if it is enforced by your guild, then that's the guild's problem. You are free to leave the guild and form a new guild. This is a right-to-raid situation, ladies and gents. People outside of the US probably don't know what I'm referring to there. But you can leave whenever you want, and they can get rid of you whenever you want. The difference, of course, between right to raid and right to work, whereas right to work is, in my opinion, a travesty. Yes, I'm going to get political. What a dumb system. The difference between that, of course, is you can go form a different raid, a different guild, whenever the hell you please. And it won't really take you all that much time to do so. Indeed, all you need is 10 members, and you've got the full benefits of guild leveling. It's good stuff. So, I'm fine with Real ID. That's really damn convenient, is what it is. I'm going to be playing a lot of StarCraft 2, so Real ID being available in WoW is handy. Somewhat. A lot of the people I communicate with already have me on Ventrilo anyway. Half the people I communicate on Ventrilo have been to my house, for God's sake. So, to me, privacy is not a massive deal per se. Back in the day when they first brought the armory out, I was annoyed by it. But since then, I've said this time and again, you have to pick your battles. Simple as that. And the whole privacy thing with the armory it's done. It's never ever going to go away. There's nothing you can do about it, and there's an awful lot more things that I would rather be focusing my energy and vitriol on than that. It's true. As regards to the whole privacy and the friend feed thing and the subscription, whatever, it doesn't provide any information that could be used to grief you. I think that's probably the most important thing about it. If it did, then I would have an issue. But thus far, it does not. So I'm not too worried about it. Right, let's move on to an additional topic, shall we? Please discuss the British election. No. I have discussed it as much as possible. As much as I would want to. And WoW Radio had a law against, quite literally a law that I put in place against politics on the air. This ain't WoW Radio. This is my house, quite literally. And I'm happy to take the fate of this show into my own hands. If I say something you don't like, you go tell me about it. The forums, email, Twitter, chat room, all available for you to do so. We have a very good forum community that is not remotely sycophantic, and I hate sycophancy. Bad stuff. So if you've got a problem with what I say, then by all means. However, I take the responsibility for everything I say on this show, and I will not retract any of it. And if that makes me lose listeners, so be it. It's about principles, ladies and gentlemen, over cash. Perhaps the most important thing of all. Right, shall we continue? I'm not going to talk about that, but I might talk about this. Since WoW is boring you right now, says Eric Hobo, talk about StarCraft. There are plenty of people in your exact position. No one cares about WoW right now, especially since all the hot topics have been beaten into the ground. How is the balance going so far? What's your favourite race and why? Ask the chat if they want to hear about it. Maybe you could fill a 15-minute slot with it. Here's the problem with me talking about StarCraft, is I'm not very good at it. you know, I run this series, and you know that I'm not very good at StarCraft 2. There are other people that discuss WoW way better than I do. Sorry, not WoW, what the hell am I talking about? There are some people, not all that many, that discuss WoW better than I do. But when it comes to StarCraft 2, there are a lot of people that discuss it better than I do. Loads of people. I mean, there's the occasional people like, say, the guys on Insidia, there's the guys on the Something Awful forums. I'm not going to say elitist jerks anymore, because right now that forum is a bloody wasteland. It's a freaking mess. Seems to be too much of a pseudo-intellectual circle jerk as opposed to any real discussions going on over there. The Something Awful WoW forums are actually, in my opinion, the best available at the moment. There's some great discussions there and some very knowledgeable people. There are bloggers who know as much, if not more, about the game than I do and can discuss various elements of it better, but other than that, that's probably about it. When it comes to StarCraft 2, I mean, so many people could discuss the game better than me. When it comes to balance, it's in a beta, for God's sake. There's going to be huge changes. There was just a huge change now with patch 11, whereby they brought in the ability for phoenixes to fire while moving. I mean, that's huge. They nerfed sentries, they nerfed colossi, they made changes to a number of different things. They buffed up... What did they buff up? They made it easier to build battle cruisers. A lot quicker. And they nerfed Thors, stuff like that. But again, I haven't played the patch yet. I had no opportunity to do so. I've been at work all day, for God's sake. It only came out last night. Indeed, as you're well aware, interrupting the 4-hour tournament broadcast we were doing. Bad, Blizzard. Very bad. But it's still in a beta. Things will get sorted out. And I think more so than anything, the metagame of StarCraft 2 matters a little bit more. You're talking about a game that people still have not fully mastered, and will not fully master for a very long time. And yes, there are claims that people know RTS way better than they used to. And there are claims that people can see everything with StarCraft 2. They've already completely figured it out. And you know what? I beg to differ. The metagame is constantly evolving. It might not evolve as much as StarCraft 1. Brood War might be the epitome of RTS. It may never be beaten. But the metagame is certainly in a state of flux right now with StarCraft 2, and it is not worth bashing on balance issues when it's still in beta. Those balance issues exist on launch, and they affect competitive play, then hey, okay, feel free then. But at the moment, it's not worth bitching as much as providing constructive criticism as to how to fix the problems. That is your duty as a beta tester. Simple as that. Okay, we'll do one more of these, and then we shall go to the break, ladies and gentlemen. A thing to talk about. This one is from Karadros, from Shadowsong EU. The God's damn time sink, that is the insane title, feat of strength. Thousands upon thousands of pirate carcasses lie rotting in the sun of the southern Ratchet coastline, and I'm not even close to finishing. And then there's all the books to farm, which of course are unique. And the Dark Moon cards. Oh gods, the Dark Moon cards. I'm spending the next few hours slaying pirates for inconsequential goblins so they don't kill me on sight. Yes, I could fight back, but each dead greenskin is about half an hour's worth of grind. Half the problem is playing as a warrior with no instant range attack. Ho-hum. You're crazy. I mean, it's called the insane for a reason, because only people with unhinged mental faculties will actually go for that achievement. What the hell is the point? What a complete waste of time. Ludicrous. Let me have a look at my Steam list. You want to see how many games I've got on my Steam list? I got loads of games on my Steam list. I can't show you right now, but I've got lots of games on my Steam list. I've got lots of games in my PS3 library. All of these I could be playing, and it would not involve grinding goblins, or grinding pirates, or grinding anything else for that matter. In World of Warcraft, if you're not entertained by WoW, why waste your time? Why sink it into something so worthless? You know what I said about voting with your feet? That's the antithesis of it. I suppose, yes, some people, they get value, they get pleasure from this kind of thing. But I can't figure these people out. As far as I'm concerned, they're crazy. Utterly nuts. I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would. Why not play something else? What is this obsession with playing WoW when you're down to the bottom of the barrel of the content? Why not play another game? Why not play another MMO? Go play DDO. Go play Runes of Magic. Go STO something that doesn't involve you grinding pirates for hours and hours for an inconsequential achievement. Why? I can't figure people like that out. I suppose maybe back when I was 16, back in the mists of time, I might have cared about something so dumb. But right now, with limited time, when I'm busy, when I've got a full-time job, when I've got to deal with my family, when I've got to produce Shoutcraft videos and podcasts, make some extra money on the side, voice work, things like that, I cannot stomach the idea of wasting time on something so inconsequential. Video games in general are inconsequential. I accept that wholeheartedly. I totally get that point of view because it's true. It's absolutely true. It's honest. It's reality. But if I'm going to play a game and I'm going to spend my time doing something leisurely, then surely I would do something with high quality content and good returns. Good returns on the investment of my time. Think about it. Why would you scrape the bottom of the barrel of a game? I mean, I suppose if you have no money, cool, but that's not an excuse. Go play League of Legends, that's free. Go play all of these other free MMOs, free games, stuff like that. Go play those. Just don't grind pirates for a freaking merit badge. For God's sake, you're not a damn Cub Scout anymore. Just do something good with your life, please, for my sake. Please, for yours as well. If you want a list of games, I can recommend them. No problem at all. But really, killing 2,000 pirates for a merit badge is literally the worst use of your time you could ever possibly come up with. It gives the rest of us a bad name, I tell you that. Ugh. Bad stuff. My name is Tom Biscuit. You listen to Blue Please here on cynicalbread.com. I shall be right back after the break. Pirates. Wonder what we could play that's a little bit pirate-themed. I can think of a few things. This song contains strong language. This is Captain Dan and the Scurvy Crew with the Flintlock Glock. Enjoy.